Get ready to laugh your socks off. Or not, we don't care. It's a couple of laughs with Carrie Louise, seen on Showtime and Comedy Central. And her husband from The Tonight Show and runner-up on America's Got Talent, Tom Cotter. Buckle up, because this married for too long couple is ready to distract you from reality. Please welcome Carrie Louise and Tom Cotter.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome to a couple of laughs coming to you live from the South Pacific. We're in Guam, everybody.
Yes, we're in Guam, and it's Thursday morning.
Yeah, we're time traveling. We're 14 hours ahead of you, so we can see what's going to happen in your life before you see it. So we're kind of psyched. Yeah.
We have a great opportunity to not only work together, but also to perform for the troops. And we're just so grateful, and a little bit of a vacation too, because we're in Guam and Hawaii and it's warm. But before we even get started with our show, we do want to say how sorry we are for everyone in LA, some of our friends and family that are out there who have lost everything due to the fires. And we are praying for you during this trying time, and we hope that you get all the assistance you need. And it's just devastating, and we really are praying for you.
Yeah. And we're very religious, so we're praying a lot. We pray a lot, honey, don't we? We do a lot of this.
You do for other reasons, but
we're very Catholic.
You're praying that I get on my knees for other reasons. All right.
Hey,
anyway,
come on.
Hey, this is what we do. We add levity
to mom and dad making someone uncomfortable who's also listening. Can we introduce that young lad?
That's what we do when we have sad situations. We add levity. Yes, we'll introduce our producer in a second. I just want to do some housekeeping stuff.
Sure.
This is our episode 16. And there's always been a trial period whether we're going to do the show or not. And a lot of times people forget to log on Wednesday. It's tough. I know they're working, but you can always catch our show. It's easy to catch our show again on the replay. It's easy to do it on YouTube. So go on to our YouTube page, Tom Armai, subscribe. It also gives you a reminder. It tells you when we're going to go live. And if you miss it, you just click the live button and all our shows are there. You can binge watch Carrie Louise and Tom Cotter a couple of laughs if you want to.
If you do that, I recommend you binge drink and then binge watch, because it's much more entertaining that way.
Absolutely, I agree. So now I guess we can invite and introduce our producer, because we're nothing without him.
Yeah, the producer that we produced, everybody, Harry Cotter.
Hey, thanks, guys. Good to be back, actually live this time. My parents are living in the future right now. It's Thursday afternoon for them, and it's Wednesday night for me. So it's a little confusing, but we still make it happen for you guys. Please, as always, like, comment, share. Hold your questions to the end of the show. If you want to ask Carrie and Tom, they will answer them at the end. And enjoy the show.
Well, they can do the questions right now. They can do the questions right now, and you're going to pin it because that's what we pay you for. And then at the end.
Sure. All right.
Yeah.
And this is an island theme to the show, because Harry is in Rhode Island and we're in Guam, which is an island. And then from here, we're going to Epstein Island. And I wasn't supposed to say that. Right. No, we're not. We're not going there. We're going to Korea from here. Our next stop is Korea. We're flying there today, and we're looking forward to that. Another 6 bases in Korea. We've done 5 so far. We did 2 in Guam and 3 in Hawaii. So we're having a blast. The other 2 people we're performing with are spectacular people to travel with, and they're great entertainers. So it's a lot of fun. We're having a great time, and we're doing God's work because we love the armed forces.
And we are going to 20-degree weather. So our days in the sun are over right now. So we did have fun.
It's 86 here in Guam. And when we land, so far they're saying when we land in Seoul, Korea, it's going to be in the 20s before the wind chill. So that'll be a drastic change.
Real feel. They say real feel is like in the negatives.
But here's the good news. I'm going to feel very tall when I get to Korea. And that is not a feeling that I feel. I'll take some shivers as long as I have a little altitude, a little height over these people. So there we go.
So let's be honest. This is the only reason why you chose to do this gig.
That's not true, honey. I love the military. Everybody knows that I served 2 years for bank fraud. and then I was with
Right.
the Army for a while, but it was the Salvation Army, and then I was with the Navy, but it was the old Navy. I folded sweaters at the mall, but I did kill 2 terrorists last week on my Xbox, so I'm doing my part, everybody.
You are. What was your favorite part of the trip so far?
I loved Hawaii. I thought it was great. Guam we've been to Hawaii. You and I have been to Hawaii a couple times. Guam is new to me. This is brand new. And the people here are spectacular. The weather is phenomenal. The beach is unbelievable. Although you do have to step over some volcanic rock when you first step into the water. And then a couple feet later, the water hits your lower part of your scrotum. So those two things, very but once you're in the water, it's warm, it's lovely, the sun's great. You can see that I have no tan because I'm Irish, but I'm still having a blast.
They're very American here. They have tons of things. Their proudest moment, every tour guide told us, well, we have the one and only last standing Kmart. And they're really proud of that.
Yes, they do. We drove right by it.
We have to fake laugh and fake say, oh, that's amazing. And they have a Home Depot. They're so proud. But they have a lot of like American restaurants, you know?
Yeah. And the currency is the US dollar. And all the military presence here is unbelievable. And that makes sense because of what's going on with China, you know, and the South China Sea and all these bases they're building. Guam is a huge staging point and has been since back in World War II. So this is very big. There's a huge presence here from all the military. You've got Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, everybody here, and even some Coast Guard. So, you know, and they seem to mesh very well. The people seem to really like the Americans. So we're very happy to be here.
Yeah. My favorite, since you didn't ask, but I'll tell you anyway, my favorite part of the trip so far is the ATVs. What are they called? We got to go.
They were Razor dune buggies or something. Those were a lot of fun.
And they were driven by these badass girls, and they were so fun. So we got to show you the video of that. That was so fun.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
And they took us to go see a bunch of guys in the woods. They're working to get their badge, and we'll talk about that later. But let's show the video. Is it up? Harry.
This is also where Jurassic Park was filmed. Not really, but that's what I like to say because it looks like it.
So we went to go see all these. They were practicing. They just drop them off in the woods.
Not practicing, training. It's Army training.
Sorry, training, and then they're getting their badge.
Navy training,
Yeah, and they just drop them off in the woods for 3 days. Yeah, and then all of a sudden we pop in.
Notice my wife's footwear. We're tripping through the jungle. See what she's wearing? Those are flip-flops. Everybody else has like appropriate footwear. My wife has her little flip-flops. And there's spiders this big, giant spiders in the trees we walked underneath. Snakes. Crazy.
I didn't know we were going into the woods and surprising these poor people. They're just like, you know, they could have been naked. We were walking and we're like, we're coming in, you know, get your clothes on. And that was really scary. Anyway, one of them was eating beef stew out of like a little pouch, and they could heat it with, it's like an ice pack, but for heat, I guess you crash it and you can heat it. And he's like, yeah, this is good. I'm like, And one of the other guys like, we don't even need it. You can survive for 3 weeks on water alone. I'm like, really? Don't tell me that. I mean, I go an hour or two without eating, and I feel like I'm gonna die.
This was their survival training. So they had what they call, I think they're MREs or something, meals ready to eat. And they were, you know, you eat out of the pouches and you have to live off the land. They don't give them much of anything, just a tarp. And then they have to fend for themselves with what they have. Almost like Naked and Afraid, but without the naked. So
we have a video of that too. Yeah. Right there, be careful.
Now he done got now he got energy. Now he got energy.
This is where we should be performing. Come on out, get a show. Look, if no one every week
we've been asking around and no one knew about the show. There's flyers everywhere, so we don't know who's going to be at the show. If no one comes to the show, we're coming here. We're doing it right here for you.
It's dull as hell, so you won't be coming.
I feel like I'm in Halloween.
That's Doug, one of the comedians. He's very funny.
Nah, he doesn't.
You notice a lot of people there are wearing camouflage, but you can still see them. So pretty useless.
And Robin Phoenix Johnson, she was in the Army lieutenant. She didn't come with us into the woods. She's like, heck no, I'm not. I've done that, been there. You know, it's like if she works at Burger King, we're not going to go eat at Burger King on her day off. So she didn't show up, but she's the tour guide, and she has been amazing.
Yeah,
she's love
a
her.
retired lieutenant colonel from the military. Her husband's also active duty, I believe, and they're they just love the military as do we, and that they walk the walk. They're both in it. They both did it, and now she's entertaining the troops. So very cool.
Right, and she is treating us like gold. We're up at the Westin, and she has she's like we're gonna pamper you because you're gonna give back to us. So we've been having a great time.
And the soldiers have been very appreciative. And I guess it's going to be even more so in Korea because they just don't have a lot of Western comforts, Western entertainment. So we'll have big crowds. We've had some good crowds so far, but that's going to be a lot of fun. Yes, honey.
That is so funny. This woman just said, are the beaches like Parkwood? And I just said that to you when I was I'm like, this isn't like Parkwood. It is not like Parkwood. The sand is so fine and soft and beautiful. You don't even realize it gets into the crevices that it shouldn't. But it is beautiful.
My wife this morning had gritty clitty. Hello. Was that out loud? Sorry. That's not true. That never happened. How did you hear that? Sorry.
I was keeping it clean. And
I know, and here I am screwed up. Sorry, everybody. I'm 14 hours ahead of you.
You guys have a black belt in making me gag on this show. It's actually insane. It needs to stop.
It does.
Harry, I was keeping it clean. Your father always.
My bad. It's on me.
Mom, how did you open the show?
Well, I was adding levity because it was like there was a weird, awkward moment when we were talking about the LA fires.
That is
so, Harry, here's the thing. It's levity when mom does it, but it's disgusting when dad does it. Just so you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that seems fair. That's right.
But it is funny that you said that because for JD Kai said your humor is exactly what LA needs right now. So that's awesome.
Oh, that means a lot to me. I hope there's a lot of people watching in LA.
I hope so too.
I mean, they're probably busy trying to get their lives back together. I just can't even imagine. All right. So anyway, back to where are we at now? What are we doing? Harry's going to tell us.
You don't end a sentence with a preposition, so let's not go with where we at. Where we are.
I said at now. Where are we at now?
You guys want to talk about Hawaii?
Sure. Hawaii was a lot of fun. Kerry wore a grass skirt, and I brought a lawnmower. Hello, everybody. We had a good time. We stayed at a place called the Outrigger. And
right there, this picture, can I just explain? This picture is waiting for the sunrise.
Yeah, because my wife did not do well with the jet lag situation. So she was up before the crack of dawn every day. I was not. And she was down, filming this crap at dawn. I don't know why, but good for you, honey.
I couldn't sleep. We're going to be so messed up when we get home.
Yeah. Well, we're messed up anyway. Yeah, that's
Robin Phoenix, who I was talking to, is way over on the right. And then that is the tour guide from Armed Force Entertainment, right?
Yep, that's Frank from AFE, Armed Forces Entertainment.
Yes. And in the back, that's Doug, and he was really funny comedian. And there was another tour guide right there, then me and you.
That's right. That's us. And the crowds have been great, and we love doing this. We really do. A brief moment of sincerity. My dad was in the service. Kerry's dad was in the service. My brother is a retired colonel. My nephew recently, unfortunately, passed away when he was in Thailand with the military. So this means a lot to us. So we're very, very into this, and we'll do this, till our last breath if we can.
And my dad was the military police, and we're going to his station. He's so happy about that. So I'm going to have to take a bunch of pictures.
That is neat. And this is the South Pacific where my dad served in World War II. He was on an LST, and we're going to all these cool places where he went. And that's just neat for me to kind of retrace those steps now that he's no longer with us, and to pay homage to him and the military and these people who have a really tough life. And a lot of them do it just because they love our country. They don't do it, obviously, for the money or anything else. So kudos to them. And so people say thank you for your service all the time. I say that to strippers too, but it means a lot. It really does.
And Doug Bennett was also in the military too. So just two in the Marines. So 2 people in the Marines, and then 2 people who had family in the Marines. And so that's what she does. She tries to book comedians who have affiliation with the military in some way, in some shape or form, which is good.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Shall we? Oh, we do have a quick gripe of the week, and then we have video shares. So, do we have time for? Yeah, it's traveling because we have. Tom, you have to talk about your trip. We had an 8-hour trip from Hawaii to Guam, where we lost a whole day.
Yeah.
So
the flight to Hawaii was tough. It was 5 hours or 6 hours to San Francisco layover, and then another 6 hours to Hawaii. And then when we left Hawaii to come to Guam, that was 8 hours on a flight, which is fine, except that I sat next to 2 of the biggest people you've ever seen in your life. They unbelievable.
They were Amazon.
One guy was like bleeding over to the girl at her seat, so she had nowhere to go, and she was gigantic. And so guess where she went? So I had 3/4 of a seat for a good chunk of the thing. And Robin had said, it's very cheap to upgrade. You should upgrade. And me being the cheap Scottish guy, I'm like, no, I'll be fine. I'm a little dude. I've always been comfortable in flights. It was the most miserable flight. I was like this the whole time, the entire flight. And
I looked over, and that guy's hand was bigger than my waist. I mean, thicker than my waist. It was this thick. And then his whole hand was bigger than my face.
Now, let me say they were perfectly pleasant people. I didn't ask to get up and move to another seat or anything, but it was really, really uncomfortable. And, I think the airline, if there's an extra seat, maybe give them 2 seats. Sorry, I don't want to be.
I think everybody would agree and chip in to get them to go to business class. I mean, they weren't that much overweight. They were a little overweight, but they were more just like Amazon.
They were huge. They were gigantic. Yes, they were huge. Honey, you're being kind. Yeah,
I am being kind. They're brother and sister. So
yeah, right. And they were very nice. Again, very nice people. But oh my God,
we're gonna go to video share. So we have more travel. We're gonna do more travel gripes because we have so many more gripes on travel, but we don't have time because I want to get to the video share. Now, I want to just tell you that it's winter. People get depressed during this time, seasonal depression, and I know what helps me is video sharing. I video share with you. I video share with my sons. Different things that I think are funny that they would like. And I have these video shares with my cousins as well as my menopause friends. And it just helps. And I feel like if you guys are, getting down because of the weather or whatever, anybody's out there, just share a video with a friend who you think might like it. And then they'll start sharing videos. And it really helps. So that's why we do video shares. This is from my cousin, Michelle. I have a video share with 2 of my cousins who we're both going through menopause and we have all these symptoms and we keep sharing videos. And I wanted to share this video because I laughed my ass off. I think everyone can relate, even if you're not going through menopause.
Oh my gosh, what is the holdup? Right, that's what I'm saying. We supposed to be in the sewers by now. It's because of that big bitch right there. Who you calling a big bitch? You big pile of shit, bitch. No, like you're holding us up. We're all trying to get out the bowels right now. Who gonna move me? Which one of y'all gonna move me? Okay. I'm not fighting that big bitch. Meaning who? Sometimes you just need to know when you gonna get your ass whooped. Right, and this is one of them times. You got it, Big Dookie. We ain't fucking with you. Child, imagine getting your ass whooped and you in the ass, girl. All right. What's going on here? Who are you? I'm Laxative. Oh, that's Laxative, girl. Oh, bitch. He right here, Mr. Laxative. Right there. Him right there. Over there. Right there. Hey, yo, move out the way. Who gonna move me? Who gonna move you? Hold on. Oh, shit. Bitch, I told you, mother. Bitch. Bitch, we gonna need a douche or something.
Well, that was interesting. I am not going through menopause, which I always thought funny. Why isn't it called womanopause? Why is it menopause?
I don't
but,
know. I don't know. But like your video share isn't any better. This is what you think.
It's
funny.
much quicker, honey. Brevity is the soul
Yes,
of wit.
I
That's
know
a
it was long.
quote.
Harry said it was long, and I didn't. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it was
You're
long.
right.
His turn.
Let's see.
And this duck's got a little more meat on him. Quack, 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 quack. Pull! Quack, 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 quack.
This
Come on, what else do you want?
Yeah, jackass. This is what guys.
It was
This is what guys think are funny. I can't believe he's a billionaire because of you guys and your mentality and what you
Okay,
think is funny.
so animated poop that's stuck in the colon with an African American accent is funnier. Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Listen,
let's face it, it's got layers of different things that are so funny. It's poop, it's an emoji, and then the mouth, and then the way they talk. It's just so funny. All right.
yeah, it's disturbing.
Anyway.
We're over 20 minutes now.
Well, no, yeah. So we have time for questions this time. Finally, we have time for questions or comments or anything, Harry.
A lot of people wishing you guys nice things, missing you, or saying stay safe out there while you're working for our troops. Army vet here, just tuned in. Where in the South Pacific are we talking about? I answered him in the comments, but you guys can.
Yeah, we're in Guam now. We were in Hawaii for 5 shows. We're in Guam. 3 in Hawaii. We just did 2 in Guam, and now we're heading over to Osan Air Force Base. And then we're doing 5 bases, 6 shows in Korea. I guess there's a huge military presence in Korea. I've been to South Korea once before. Carrie has not. It'll be kind of interesting. And again, looking forward to feeling tall.
I can't wait to do some shopping.
Mm.
Ooh, in Korea.
Tommy-
And I hear the spas are amazing.
Yeah.
Tommy Cotter 4 wants to know who your favorite child is.
Yeah, listen, Tommy, I'm pissed at Tommy because he doesn't understand time change. He called me at 2:00 in the morning. Mom, here I am, thinking something's wrong. Mom, do we have ski racks?
Classic.
Our boy.
Anyway, we are over time, so say goodnight.
That's it. Hey, Harry, we appreciate you jumping on with us from another continent. That was fun. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Here we are.
We're gonna be live in Korea, so tune in next Wednesday.
Oh, joy. Say goodnight, Carrie.
Good night, Carrie.
Well, folks, that's a wrap. Remember, life is like a comedy show. Sometimes you bomb, sometimes you shine. But you always blame your spouse on how they deliver the punchline. If you need to get in touch with us, email us at info.coupleoflaughs@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in. Keep laughing, because you never know. That could save your marriage. Good night. See you next time.